Hello everyone, my name is Asyrafchazz and welcome back to yet another One Piece card game video. So recently we've got some black cards revealed coming from the next starter deck, which is SC06, which is based around the Marines. And we have a little glimpse of how the minus cost mechanic works when it comes to the black cards. So I want to talk about these cards today and discuss what potentially could come up from set 2 moving forward. There's also a bunch of other promos that has been popping up, being shared by the Twitter page, and I want to talk about every single one of them today. So, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribing if you want to keep up to date with more One Piece card game content. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at the spoilers that were given for the black cards coming out from SD06. Alright, so these black cards were kind of previewed on the Japanese Twitter page. We'll start with Kobe. So Kobe is a 1-cost 2000 power, the striker attribute with counter 1000, part of the Marines, and his ability is on play, you may trash a card from your hand, KO up to one of your opponent's characters that costs 0. So this card is also another sort of removal similar to what we see from the Akainu leader that we've talked about in another video. This card is really quite good provided that the effects that reduce the opponent's character cost to 0 is like plentiful, but it seems like the key cost that black is kind of focusing on is 0. It seems like Akainu is 0, this card is 0, and another card that we'll talk about later on is also 0, so keep that in mind. So the next card I want to talk about is actually an event card. It's called Great Eruption. It's a 1-cost event card with the ability main, draw 1 card, then give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 to their cost during this turn. Triggered ability is your opponent picks 1 card from their own hand and trashes it. So this event card is actually pretty good. I mean, like, it shows us a little glimpse of how the minus mechanic works. So it just says like -X during this turn. So are they going to be like -X effects that last like throughout the whole game? We're not sure. But this is a great start and it's a starter deck card. But for 1 cost, you are immediately getting 1 draw. So this card replaces itself. And also you get to -2 to an opponent's character cost, which is what this deck wants to do, which is what black wants to do. However, the only thing that kind of concerns me is that, so this card is probably on like the low end. -2 may seem like it's good, but a lot of the problematic threats right now in the metagame is like the 3-cost Okiku and Robin, which cost 3, and the 5-cost like Rush Luffy, as well as the Trafalgar Law Blocker, unless you're chaining like multiples of a Great Eruption and other sort of effects. We have to see if there's like a -3 or -5 number. I think those are the important ones. Maybe they show up in the form of like SRs in the future, but for now, for a starter deck card, this is actually pretty decent. The triggered ability, your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand, which is also quite, quite useful. You're depleting their cards from your hand, making them have less options, less counters for you to attack into. So that's pretty cool. And lastly, let's take a look at the next card, which is Smoker. Now this card looks absolutely amazing. The artwork is just top notch. 5-cost 7000 power with a special attribute, part of the Marines, and this card's ability is this character cannot be KO'd by card effects. And his second ability is Dawn 1. As long as there is a character that costs 0 in play, this character gains double attack. So once again, 0 is the key number for black's kind of effect or mechanic moving forward. This card is actually really great. I mean, first of all, 5-cost 7000 power, great stat line. Cannot be KO'd by card effects, so you technically can destroy it with Kaido, the 10-cost Kaido. You can't kill it with a combination of like Otama and Jet Pistol, so you can still kind of destroy this guy in battle, but using card effects is a big no-no. Also, the second ability, like if you're doing what black wants you to do, which is reducing opponent's characters to like the 0 cost and then destroying it, or giving Smoker double attack, which is really good as well. So to me, it seems like the reducing of the card's cost to 0 is sort of like, imagine if a character is wearing Sea Prism Stones and it's weakening the character's cost. So just another way to kind of look at it. And I'm really excited to see all the other black cards and sort of what would be like these strong ones coming out from OP02, because so far we've seen like a -2 cost. I want to see something that maybe has a like -3 or -5 even. And I don't know how that looks like. I don't know how strong that would be in the overall metagame in the future, but I'm excited to find out. Alright, the next card that I want to talk about is actually a promo card. It's a commemorative item that you get when you participate in the upcoming One Piece card game exchange meeting in September. So this is strictly for the Japanese release. I'm not sure about the information for the English release, but I bet it will be coming out alongside once the English release is out. So this card is called I Will Become the Pirate King, which is really cool. This is kind of like sort of like the green counterpart to like I Can Smell a New Adventure, which is the previous promo from the promo pack. But this card is actually pretty cool. So I Will Become the Pirate King, 2-cost event card, which is green. Its main ability is your leader gets plus 1000 power during this turn for each of your characters, and its triggered ability is your leader or one of your characters gets plus 1000 power during this turn. So similar to like guard point. So the first thing I thought when I saw this card was like, use that skid players stonks, and like, this is going to be really good. But the more I thought about this card, the more I thought about this promo, it feels like a win more card. So if you have like, okay, best case scenario, you have 5 characters on your field and you have like 10 Dawn. So you pay 2, you use this card on your Eustace Kid leader, giving him additional 5000 power. So it's 10,000 power. Then you still have 8 Dawn to work with, but you want to use 3 for the untapping thing. So you attach 5 Dawn to Eustace Kid, making it 15,000, and then you can attack 15,000 to your opponent's leader twice, which is really good. But you have to ask yourself, if you have 5 characters on your field and you have a chance to attack twice with Eustace Kid, why aren't you already winning the game? So this seems to be sort of like a win more card to me. It's great, don't get me wrong. I think there will be some decks that have a use for this kind of card, but I'm just saying, even at the best case scenario, you should already be winning the game. But I'm not gonna lie, if someone actually does swing 15,000 twice and me, I would be like, you know what, you deserve to win. That's kind of cool. So these next cards are actually promos that you get for participating in the standard battle that will be held in September. So these 4 cards are like given out if you participate in it, and they are essentially reprints. So first of all, you get Black Maria from OP01, Izo, Frankie, and a really cool black and red Dawn with like golden text at the bottom. I think the Dawn card looks great. I love the Frankie, and you know, you don't really need these cards because these cards already exist, but if you want them, just participate in the standard battle in September for the Japanese release people, and you guys can get this pack. And speaking of which, there's also another promo that I want to talk about. So this promo is of the Frankie that we saw earlier, and it's like this full art, really nice and glittery Frankie. It looks really good. The artwork is super, I mean, seriously, this artwork is so good. So you can only get this card through like a lottery. So if you join the standard battle event and if you get lucky, you will win this promo. So it's kind of like to incentivize newer players to join the event as well. So like not only like the better players or the great players can win this promo. It's like if you're lucky, you can get it. So I guess that's kind of a good initiative. But if only one person is going to get it during every event, this card is going to be a really sought after promo as well. But you know what, they might be giving more like per event. Maybe they're giving out like a couple of these promos like for every event, but it remains to be seen. We don't have a proper number, but still, if you are lucky enough to get one of these promos, I think it's really great. I hope that in the future I get to get one of these. I really like how the Frankie looks like, and I'm excited to see it in real life. Now the last thing I want to talk about is actually this set of 10 Dawn cards, as well as a storage Dawn card set, which will be sold at the exchange meeting online on Bandai TCG online lobby on the August of 27th, which is this weekend. But don't fret, this is scheduled to be available for general sale at Premium Bandai, which is their online store, after November. So if you do not want to get these cards like immediately, you know, you don't have to. You can always wait for it to come in November. But these Dawn cards are essentially like Dawn cards based on the Straw Hat crew members. You have like Luffy with the straw hat, Zoro with the symbol cut in half. You have you know, Nami's tattoo symbol, Jinbei's Sun Pirate symbol, which is really cool as well. I think these Dawn cards look great. I mean, if you are a Straw Hat crew collector like myself, you might want to pick this up. Unfortunately, I don't really think that they are anything that special unless they are in foil. If they are foil, then of course maybe I might have to pick them up, but if they're not, then it's okay. I can probably skip out on this because I've been spending too much money on this damn game. But let me know what you think about these Dawn cards. But it's kind of cool that they're doing like true specific Dawn cards, and I wish that they did more for like the rest of the crews, maybe like even for the Heart Pirates, maybe even for Blackbeard's crew as well. But these ones are also like very popular. I mean, it's the Straw Hat crew, so they really have to push it out. So I'm excited to see how these Dawn cards will look like in person as well. So that's every single update that I've missed out over the past weekend or so, like all the black cards, all the new promos, and I'm really excited to see the rest of the black cards coming from SD06, because you know what? It's going to be released in, I believe it's September 30th, so we still have about, you know, a month plus to the release of it, so we'll definitely see more cards in the future. I'm excited to see the other secret rare in the deck, because we already seen Smoker, who might be the next one. Maybe it will be Aokiji, maybe it could be Kizaru, I don't know, but I'm excited to see as well. But let me know what you think about the promos as well as the black cards that we've seen so far. Are you excited to pick it up? Are you excited for ST06? Is it too soon that we're going to OP02? I'm excited to see all the new cards, but of course I'm still enjoying the OP01 metagame. And that Frankie promo, I really hope to get it one day. Well, that's it from me for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.